Okay, I'm starting out with a clean face and I'm going to go in on my eyes with my eyeshadow primer. I'm going to go ahead and start on my eyes because I tend to get a lot of fallout or random eyeshadow all over the rest of my face. So I just start with my eyes and go back with my foundation later. I also am putting this eyeshadow primer above and below my eyes because I know I'm going to go back and be putting a lot on the bottom lash. So I'm going to go in with a transition shade, and they're two of the lightest shades in my palettes. You basically want a transition shade that's either a little darker than your skin tone or actually your skin tone. And you're going to want to put it everywhere on the eye, on the lid, in the crease. And I actually brought mine all the way up to my eyebrow because I know I wanted my cut crease to be higher than my actual crease. And then I just went in and blended it out with a fluffy brush. So for the next part, I'm basically just going to be taking a series of browns. I'm going to start with a pretty light brown, and then I'm going to get into a deeper brown. And each time I'm going to put it in my crease, and then I'm going to go in with a different brush and blend it out. I go back and forth doing this. I go back to some of the lighter colors. But basically what you want to do is you want to take the lightest colors, start with those, and put those closest to your transition color, and then as you work your way darker, you also work your way further into your actual crease. Something you want to make sure you do, because you don't just want to cover up all the hard work you did, is just to make sure you start your next color lower than the one before it, because otherwise you cover up all the blending you've just done. Also, for your final color, make sure you use a dark brown and not a black. The first time I did this, I did a black and actually had to redo it because I hated it. It was overpowering and destroyed all the fading of brown I had done previously. So just use a dark brown and blend it out really well. So here I'm just switching brushes to another blending brush to just further blend that out. Don't worry about how the shaping looks on the corner of my eye. Clearly it's very messy and they're not even, but we're about to go in with concealer and shape all of that, so don't worry if it's not perfect. So then I took a makeup wipe to just wipe off any fallout that I had, and I did actually shape the corners, whoops, but it still doesn't matter because we're about to cover it up anyway. So now I'm going in with my concealer and I'm going to start at the base of my lashes, and I'm basically going to fill in my lid. It's just making the shape of your eyelid. Now if you have large eyes, definitely just use your natural eye crease. It's pretty easy, but for me I decided to make my crease a little overdrawn because I have hooded eyes and a very small lid. I went ahead and skipped showing y'all the right one because you couldn't see it in the video because I leaned into the mirror. Now this is important, you have to make sure you get these even. It's pretty challenging, it takes some patience, but it's doable. It's just a little bit of practice, and plus we're going to go in with the gold, so if it's just a little something, don't worry about it, you can cover it up. So now I'm going to go in with this dense packing brush and my gold loose shadow. You can do a pressed pigment if you want. I just like how this one looks. And I'm just going to put it right on that cut crease. Basically, it's going to go all over the lid and down through the corner. I eventually switched to a small brush right there to get closer to the concealer and make sure I don't blur my lines. You want this to be a sharp crease. You don't want it to just fade off. and I bring the gold down sort of like a wing. So now I'm going to go in with liner and basically create a big, large cat eye with a very thick eyeliner line. Which of course I do off screen because eyeliner is a challenge all the time. So then I'm going to go in with a lighter color and add a highlight below my brow bone, making sure, of course, that it is very blended out. So now you're going to want to apply your face makeup however you do for shows. I do concealer, foundation, a powder, and I do also bake under my eyes. It's a total personal choice. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure it looks nice. So this is about the time my camera started dying, so bear with me, but I did go ahead and go do contour. There are millions of YouTube videos if you want to look it up, but now I'm just going to put a white liner in my waterline and go in with the white eyeshadow in the corner of my eyes. I also decided to actually go with the white eyeshadow just under my waterline on my actual lash line to just put the turquoise on top of to make it pop a little more. But a great tip given to me by Claudia was not to smudge those together too much, or you're going to create a light blue instead of the turquoise. So make sure you just pat that right on. So after filming this, my camera once again cut out, but basically all I did was add brows, blush, mascara, highlight, and my lipstick. All things you guys can handle, I'm sure of it. And then I got the finished product. I'll add some pictures so you can see, but thanks for watching.